Hello and welcome in this recording brought to you by the English department in Ali ibn Jassim School. Today we'll start a revision about the past tense. This course we took it before in our lessons in the grade 10 of okay. So let's start first of all. Just want you to think about some activities that you did yesterday. In case you are going to use the past tense, you need to use the past tense. Let's say, for example, yesterday I went to the cinema with my friends. Or you can say, yesterday I watched a movie with my family. So here we have used the past tense, which is went, which is the past tense of the verb go. And we have used also watched, which is the past tense of the verb to watch. Let's see now the past tense. What is it? The past tense is used to indicate exactly when an action or an event took place in the past. We have the axe of time, which is in front of you. The mark X represents the past, and this line in the middle represents the present. So we have here two sentences. The first one says, I visited my sister yesterday. So visit plus ed, it means that this verb is a regular verb. We went out to dinner last night. We went. Went is the past tense of verb go. So here we have an irregular verb. We need to pay attention to regular verbs which end with ed and irregular verbs which end with just they change. Let's have a look at the past progressive now. Past progressive is used to talk about an activity that was in progress at a specific time in the past, of course. I was studying for an exam while my mother was cooking. Here we have two simultaneous actions, two actions that went at the same time, or that they were in progress, or they were continuous at the same time. I was studying, and at the same time my mother was cooking the dinner. We can use also the past progressive to express an activity or an action that interrupted another action. Look at this one. For example, I was taking a bath when the door rang. Was taking a bath is the action which was in progress, and the doorbell rang interrupted the action of taking a bath. Let's pay attention to the rule of the past progressive, which is was or were plus verb plus ing. Was goes with I, he, she, and it. Where goes with we, you, they. Okay? We're now to the past perfect. The past perfect is used to express or to describe a completed event or events that took place in the past but before another event. It means that we have two events here. Look at the first X. It means had received or had eaten. The second one, hit or stopped. Let's have a look at the two sentences. The Titanic had received many warnings before it hit the iceberg. It means that before the Titanic hit the iceberg, it had received many warnings. The fact of receiving the warnings comes before hitting the iceberg. Or the second sentence, I had already eaten when my friend stopped by to pay a visit or to pay me a visit. So when I stopped by, okay, or my friend stopped by, I'm sorry, I had already finished eating. Now the past perfect progressive, this tense is used or to emphasize or to make an emphasis on what? On the duration of the action. Okay, and we can see that here we have the time which is in the sentence. She had been driving around the city for 3 hours. So the duration here is 3 hours. So we are emphasizing, okay, on the duration of the action that took place in the past. Okay, she had been driving. Had been plus verb plus ing. Okay, and after that the verb of course should be in the past. So she found to the right office. Now let's make some practice, if you can say. We have here, for example, last winter. This is an extract from the workbook, grade 10, page 20, unit 2. Last week, young Charlie and his dad, this is went or were going on a weekend hunting trip in Alaska. This exercise is meant to test or just as a practice for students. I just gave two choices here. Okay, I just want students to concentrate on the meaning and try to find out the exact tense here. So Charlie and his dad on a weekend trip or hunting trip in Alaska. It means last winter, so in that case I'm going to choose went. Good. The weather was perfect and they were both very excited. No one it would turn out to be a disaster. Of course, if we chose from the beginning the past, we need to continue with the past, so new. They found a great place to set up camp and then hunting on their snow mobile. So what do you have here? Of course, set off. An hour later, the weather suddenly changed. Okay. The wind verb to blow here we have, or blew or was blowing. If we choose blew, it means that it only blew for 1 minute or less than a minute. But if we choose the word was blowing, it means that the action was in progress in the past. So what do you think? Yes, the correct one is was blowing hard. So they decided it would be better to head back to camp. Now we have the word sorry, we have while. I just reminded my students that whenever we have the word while here, okay, which expresses time, we need to just automatically think about the past continuous. So in that case, we need to concentrate on the past continuous, which is was or were plus verb plus ing. Of course, they, we can say was, they were heading back across a frozen lake. Their snowmobile suddenly broke down. What they were doing? They tried. Excellent. Calling for help on Charlie's dad's phone, but there was no signal. They were in the middle of the snow blizzard. Okay, now I couldn't see anything. Blizzard is, it's a kind of snowstorm. Okay, which is snowing heavily, as you said, or you can say it's raining heavily. Suddenly the ice away and they what? They are facing a problem now. Broke or was broke or was breaking. I'm sorry. Broke. Very good. And they found themselves, okay, where floating on a tiny piece of ice. Okay, you can finish the rest at home if you like. Okay, and bring it to me. And now we have another exercise. I just want to concentrate these on the narrative. We have here the first paragraph, which shows that it is introduction. Second, third, and fourth paragraph, this is the main body, okay, the main body which represents all the plot, and the fifth paragraph represents the conclusion. We are going to do what here? In which paragraph do we give detailed account of the events as they happened? Of course, we need to concentrate on this. So it means that it is the main body of the story, second, third, and fourth paragraph. When do we describe characters' feelings? I told you before, it is at the end, in the fifth paragraph. And when we set the scene, we have the settings, the place and time, it is on the first paragraph. Very good. Now we are going just to read the story and put the events in order. What happened first? Of course, we have two characters, what they were doing. Yes, okay, very good. C is number one. They set out on a trip. What happened next? They headed, oh sorry, the wind started blowing hard, so they headed back to the camp just to escape, but the snowmobile broke down. They were caught in the blizzard. Yes, the ice broke away. The blizzard stopped. Yes, the ice floated toward a village, and people rescued them. Thank you so much for your attention, and I hope the revision was useful, okay, and interesting for you. Wish you good work in the exams, okay, and have a good day. Thank you so much.